another video, and today's topic we're going to talk about mastering awareness, because control is an illusion. Now, one thing about it is the fact that when you are a Pisces, and you're going to know that very quickly you're going to be able to be in tune with how you feel and what makes you feel some type of way regarding others. Now, it's not just about your emotions that are at hand. It's more about what you are up against, what you are facing in the current moment. You can't go by what you see. You have to go by what you know, and know that behaviors have patterns. See, there's some people out there that feel like they always have to have control. They always have to control the narrative. And when I say this, I'm talking about Aquarius. Shout out to Vandal Purdy. What's going on? Welcome. I think you Brianna, right? And see, the thing about it is, Aquarius is somebody that you really gotta watch, that you really gotta watch from the zodiac world. The whole aspects of all the signs when it comes to Aquarius, because Aquarius is very, very deadly if you actually give them the power to be so. Now, the thing about it is, why I say Aquarius is because, let's say Aquarius is the type of person that a lot of people think that this sign is very superficial. And yes, at times at times they are. And I'm gonna tell you in such a way is that they may come off robotic, because they actually are more focused on communication than they are of having a real emotional connection. So they oftentimes like to try and use consistency within communication with you, such as texting, things that are related to, cell phone, back and forth through some type of electronic device. Now, the thing about it is that Aquarius is somebody that will come into your life, and the first thing they're going to be trying to do is gain that leverage. They're going to try to find a way to, get you to send some, type of photo to them of you, or they may ask questions about your age, or, try to get to know you, get to know some things that are very personal to you. What's going on, Emperor? Welcome. And it's like they'll try to, let me see, greetings. What's going on, Michael? It's like the Aquarius will try to actually get that leverage on you by trying to get in your business, trying to know things too soon. It's almost, you will feel as though somebody is grabbing you by your personal, somewhere where you feel uncomfortable at. Because when you first meet somebody, there, obviously you're going to have boundaries, and you're not going to want to tell someone, all your secrets or things that are personal, concerning your life. But when you're dealing with somebody such as an Aquarius, no matter if it's Aquarius man or woman, oftentimes they have to control the narrative of any situation that occurs. So if you tell them a story, let's say it's their first time meeting you, they're going to want to have some type of deep conversation with you. If you are in a jobs environment and you have a Aquarius boss, they're going to want to get into some type of deep conversation, or, just conversing about a deep subject. And at times it often may seem, unusual. It may seem as though the time is not right for this type of conversation or the questions that Aquarius is asking of you or from you. And you will feel the pullback, which when you are a Pisces, this is what you usually feel when you're dealing with an Aquarius. You feel this push and pull, because how Pisces moves with Aquarius is the fact that Pisces is very aware. Okay. When a Pisces is very aware, they can see, and I'm talking about awareness. Pisces can see what Aquarius is trying to do, and see what Pisces does is say, okay, I'm not going to allow myself to become a victim. I'm not going to allow myself to become emotional. I'm not going to allow myself to become open for this Aquarius to have their way with me, because with an Aquarius, they want to control the reaction. They want to control the reaction. And see, they'll do certain things by showing favoritism. You know, when they want you to feel some type of way, because you got to understand with Aquarius, there is a fixed air sign, and they do hold grudges. Okay. They're not the type of person that's like an Aries that's more like passionate, or a Scorpio that's more passionate about, you know, the fact that they don't like you. Because those particular signs, they're going to let you know ahead. It's not going to be a sitting down, you know, hey, you know, twiddling your thumbs and trying to figure out, oh, whether this person likes you or not. But when you're dealing with an Aquarius will still be nice to you. See, they will come off friendly. Things will seem pleasant. Things will seem as though, oh, everything is all good. But that's the thing. That's what Aquarius has to work on, that they'll say something and then do something that's completely different, just because their mind is constantly thinking outside the box. So you can't trust an Aquarius. Once you fall out with them, once you guys are not friends no more, once you guys had like some type of dilemma, you guys got into an argument, it could have just been you just leaving the situation. Because this is one thing that an Aquarius hates. They hate when somebody ups and leaves. Let's say you're the type of person where you don't like to get emotional. Let's say you're the type of person that would rather just leave the party instead of sitting down trying to discuss like, oh, who's right and who's wrong. Because yes, that can actually allow that person to tap into your energy and drain your energy. And that also can, you know, make you feel drained and make you feel like, damn, why did I get myself in? Why did I even sit here argue with this person? So Aquarius, what you really have to, once you see them for who they are, you have to leave them alone. You have to distance yourself. They cannot handle their own finishing move that they do to other people when it comes to detaching from other people. And what I mean by that is detaching from the emotional connection. They love to detach from anything that may make them feel uncomfortable with dealing with you or talking with you. Because let's say you might want to get to the bottom of something. You may just want that devotion to just talk about what happened in details. And, you know, hey, what you may find out is that the Aquarius has no interest in that particular situation or realm of things. They don't want to feel as though they can't make the decision for the whole picture, the whole narrative. They don't want to feel like, oh, like they can't make something. They're not, you know, that they are not in control of that situation. They're very, very controlling. And a lot of times they don't get themselves into anything that puts them beneath somebody else or allow somebody else to have control over the situation, including them being in the situation. So this particular zodiac sign, yes, at times can be narcissistic because they have to have control. It doesn't matter if a lot of times if they become a part of a group, they're going to play both sides. They're going to want to dominate that social situation that goes on between, you know, you and a group of people. And they have to have a certain type of leverage with each of those people that are in that social circle. Meaning they may have your keys to your house, even though they might not have keys to your belongings, but hey, they still have some sort of leverage regarding you. And it all starts with a friendship. See? So that's the thing about Aquarius, is that they're so focused on trying to get everybody to get with their program. See, you can't have a say so. You can't be like a type of person that's like a Capricorn or somebody that's like an Aries, even though Aries likes to, you know, help. Even though Aquarius likes to help Aries with that passion and with that drive, but try to use it and, you know, use that for good energy. But the thing about it is you have to watch an Aquarius, because the unsettling thing that an Aquarius can do to get you to not, basically they do this, and then like I said, a lot of people just don't like them for this, is the fact that they do not keep their word. See, word is bond. See, and the worst person you could lie to and not keep your word with, and they will straight up check you, as a Virgo. Like if you tell a Virgo you're gonna do something, you best believe you better do it. Because a Virgo, if they see something that you do that, hey, it says otherwise, they're gonna confront you about it. They're gonna bring it right to you and serve that dish dry and cold or however it came. And they're going to say, look, you didn't keep your word. You are a liar. See, and that critical nature that they bring with them, they're going to cut you to pieces with their words. And yes, you may get your feelings hurt when you do it to a Virgo. So that's the one thing that you got to remember when you're dealing with Aquarius is that they say and do something different. See, they'll be nice to you and then they'll say, hey, let's say you guys get into a little, feud. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, got carried away. Yeah, I had a bad day, and then they might try to make a little joke or spin a little joke off of it just to for things not to feel emotional for them. And then it's like, you will see this playful energy and it's like, oh, you'll feel you'll feel as though everything is all good because that's the way that they present it. But then after it's all said and done, when they leave from you and you begin to slow everything down or what they said and how things were done, and you begin to realize that this is some sort of game. This person is really mad, angry, and holding a grudge secretly. And that's the way I'm trying to, this is what this video is about, is that everybody should start looking at the unconscious mindset on things, not the conscious mindset. Because you can't go by what you see, you have to go by what you can't see. It's those subtle cues that are unsettling, that where a room full of people, you can feel the energy and the vibe shift. Y'all know what I'm talking about, especially when you're a Pisces. Your intuition is going to put that heat on your back. You're going to feel like you got a battery, that your battery, charged like a Duracell battery. You're going to feel something hot on your back, and it's going to tell you that something is off. The environment changes. How do you know this? I'm going to tell you guys a couple of things about Aquarius to know their behavioral patterns when they are in a mindset where they don't like you. See, versus what they said. Even though what they said, it sounded very nice, it seemed like it was something to make you think that, oh, everything was all good. And the thing is that they'll start ignoring you, okay? Everybody knows that when it comes to ignoring somebody, it's considered ghosting. Well, this is done on purpose. If an Aquarius does this to you, they're trying to make you feel left out. They're trying to make you question yourself. You got to understand, when you're dealing with someone such as an Aquarius, it's all about their mind, their mindset. So once they start doing these little things to you and you start to look at it with the lens that you're using when you're looking at Aquarius, is you're looking at everything mentally. See that? It's not nothing that's going to be done emotionally, nothing that you can feel. So you cannot use that when you're going against someone such as Aquarius. You have to use your intuition and filter it through the psychology of the mind. See, and thinking outside the box, because the way that an Aquarius would present something to you, especially if they have a hidden agenda or hidden intentions towards you, it could be revenge. It could be something that you slighted them on and they felt dumb or they felt insecure about, and you made them feel exposed. They will try to get you back, but they're going to do it in the most creative, in a more innovative way, to where you won't be able to know what happened or what, the outcome. You would be surprised because they were nice to you the whole time. See, you didn't even think it was ever going to happen. But if you actually pay attention to the nonverbal cues, to what's not being said, and you can see them dance around you and be like, wait a minute. Oh, you invited Andre and Billy Bob and Yodi to the conversation, but you made sure that I was able to see that you didn't invite me. See, but you've been in my face saying, oh, we friends and whoop-de-woo and it's all good and it's cool and kosher. And it's like, you as a Pisces, you looking at it, or any other sign, you're looking at it like, wait a minute, that's not what you said though. You said that, oh, I'm one of your friends, you miss me, and hey, you always want to hang out, whoop-de-woo. And it's like, wait a minute, your actions and your communication shows me different. See, that's not really how you feel. So this was just something for you to pull me back in because you want to have the last word. What Aquarius is going to, what they're going to probe for is a reaction. They can't handle reactions from other people when it comes to you ghosting them or you putting them in a situation where they have to think, what did they do? What did they say? Did somebody say something? because they're the type of, if you were to look at a Virgo, where a Virgo likes to analyze things, well, guess what? When you're dealing with Aquarius likes to sit there and think. They like to sit there and get their juices flowing, and they like to sit there and try to figure out something. But they need to have questions to get clear answers. See? So the dance around them is that if you were to ghost them without any type of warning, you quit the job and you didn't call and say, hey, I quit. You just didn't show up anymore. You deleted the enemy. I mean, you deleted the emails. Now they're sitting there scrambling, scraping and scrambling. And now they're like, wait a minute, what happened? Oh, such and such left. How dare them leave? And hey, didn't give me the chance to actually do something to them. They want to be the one in control of your fate. Oh, it was because of me I fired you. See that? They want that hammer. They want to be able to say, oop, yep, I let you go, because that boosts their ego. Oh, I actually put the nail in the coffin. Oh, I appreciate that, Empress. They always have to feel as though they had the leverage over the situation, because one thing about it is they are afraid of rejection. They're afraid of pain. See, I'm going to tell you, if you live your life so busy trying to avoid pain, then guess what? You already lost. You're going to be enslaved to that mindset. You will always be hurt. You will always have that tension within yourself inwardly, because you're afraid of getting hurt. That's what, if you ever notice that when you're dealing with control freaks, as soon as you shatter that illusion of, oh, because that's what control really is. It's not real. It's an illusion. See? Because when you live your life, you have to just live your life. You can't live your life trying to control things just to try to avoid being pain, avoid experiencing pain, whether that be rejection, whether that be somebody not liking you. And see, this is the powerful thing about it. If you reflect this and you stop trying to not be hurt, and you stop being slighted, and you stop worrying about what people think about you, and you just live your life, you won't feel any pain. You won't feel that whole, oh man, damn, this person don't like me, because you're not afraid of it. It's like, I accept that. I know that it's always going to be somebody that doesn't like me. And guess what? I give 2 Fs. No FX given. It's like, my mindset is not living my life based on trying to be, accepted by people, or hey, trying to be understood, or trying to fill that whole void, or something that you're running from. But see, Aquarius feels like that means something to them. They feel like, oh, if I look like I'm important, then people are going to respect me, or people are going to make me feel, feel good, or make me feel like, hey, I'm actually running something. See, and they love this because they love to have these claps at what makes them feel respected, what makes them feel important. But the insecurity lies within the fact that the control is actually, that's something that they are so afraid of, that they really don't have no control over themselves. Because as soon as Aquarius is very kinky, and everybody knows that there's a grade of self-control that one must have to not allow themselves to get into different things that are forbidden, things that you wouldn't do unless you were high, things you wouldn't do unless you were under the influence. See? So there's no control when it comes to Uranus. There's no control. There's no type of tradition. There's no kind of, oh, you go back to the family line of like, oh, where the World War III, World War II or whatnot, for example, where there's actually 2 people going to war with each other. See, Aquarius doesn't care about the tradition. They don't care about how things are. See, they're here to be innovative. They like people that are original thinkers. They like people that come up with these type of ideas and conversations about, oh, did you see the asteroid, through the Earth, or the scissor, or some type of thing that nobody is really paying attention to or really gives a damn about. But see, the Aquarius just wants to talk about that, other than trying to have a real connection to the universe. So this whole humanitarian aspect is just to pull people in to control the social norm. See, they want to have their influence on the social norm, on those people. So if anybody is connected to the Aquarius in that mindset, secretly, the Aquarius doesn't give a damn about the connections. They're more so busy focused on the control of those social connections. See, Nobody can tell a rebel, nobody can tell rebellious Aquarius what to do or what to think, or hey, or any suggestions. Even if you're right, Aquarius won't listen to you. They come into the world, they come into your life trying to control you, trying to control what happens, what happens to you, when it happens to you. And guess what it all stems from? It stems from divine timing. See? Because listen, I always tell people, the greatest thing you could do is slow people down. See, just because somebody is asking for answers doesn't mean you have to tell them. We call this thing of nonverbals when it comes to setting boundaries. See? And the boundaries are set in motion to protect you from doing something that you shouldn't do or something that you shouldn't say because of the timing. See that? So that's, if somebody's trying to hurry up and come in right away and control you off the rip, what does that tell you? That tells you that that person that's trying to control you has a hidden agenda. They have hidden motives, and it might just be for them to get something that they're looking for. Because why? The Aquarius is self-absorbed, see? And they need to have a social audience in order for them to feel alive, in order for them to feel valid. That validation that we all often talk about. Okay, I appreciate that, FSI. Yeah. And see, the thing about it is, I'm not here to cut down and tear down. What I'm trying to do is help you, because when we all have emotions, whether we want to admit it or not. It's how you use your emotions. Your emotions are a filter. So when something doesn't feel right, 9 times out of 10 it's not right. But then you have to get to the bottom of the root. You have to get to the root of the problem, and you need your emotions. You need to feel things out in order to know whether it's good or bad. So when you say, "Oh, I don't really do the emotional thing," then what that means, you just don't want to. You just don't want to have a real discussion. You don't want to get to the bottom of something. You don't want to feel exposed, and that's the very thing that some Aquarius fear, is being exposed. See, and you only gonna look at it as feeling exposed when you self-reflect, because it was something within you that you knew wasn't the real projection that you were trying to push up on others about you and yourself and who you are and your identity. See? So it can be very, very scary and dangerous, because if you let this, you cannot let them tell you the biggest thing that people do with Aquarius, for them saving face and not. Okay, so this is the thing, just like Libras at time. An Aquarius will save face. They can set the imagery to make it seem like they had the upper hand in the situation when they actually didn't. So you can't fire somebody if they quit. See that? But what Aquarius would do to save face, because they cannot deal with their emotions. And let's say they feel like cussing you out. Let's say they're furious the fact that you quit without notice. An Aquarius cares about image. See how things look. So they'll make it seem like they're unbothered. They'll act unbothered. And remember what I said about pain. If you're afraid of being hurt, you've already lost. See? If whatever you don't master in this life is going to master you. See that? So if you're afraid of, oh, how am I going to look? Hey, this person left. You're really supposed to just say, so what? They quit. Okay, better. Cool. You're supposed to be nonchalant. You're supposed to be like, hey, let it go. It's supposed to roll up off of you like a roll up, like a fruit roll up, or hey, if you're going to do a layup, it's supposed to be smooth roll right off of you. You're not supposed to sit there and think about, oh, how does this make me feel? Oh, you're making me look bad. Oh, because why? The influence is lost. Once Aquarius loses their influence, their social influence through control, you shatter the illusion. Oh, now they feel like now they're going to personalize it. Now they think that you left because of them. See that? It's like it had nothing to do with you, Aquarius. You don't know if I actually found me a better job. You don't know my situation. You don't know why I left. But see, you thought that you were so focused on controlling me that you thought that that's why I left, because of you. And see, that's that self-absorbed type of stuff that Aquarius often does, because they want to be their own person. They want to be able to drift and leave, because one thing is that a lot of times when they're processing their emotions, it would come off as though they're avoiding you. Okay. You may feel like, oh man, damn, this, you may feel abandoned. You may feel like the Aquarius left you, where they may have been, real happy to see you on Monday, but Tuesday and Wednesday, you didn't hear nothing from them. And see, a lot of times they may want you to come chasing after them. Yes. Going back to control. Maybe for them to filter their emotions, they did that because that's their way of, hey, they may have been frustrated. Yes, everybody has moods, even if they admit it or not. So when Aquarius is in a bad mood, sometimes they'll do Aquarius things. They may actually stop talking to everybody for 2 or 3 days. They may go ghost. And then all of a sudden they come back and then they're all cheery and good and everything's all good again. But see, when you're a water sign and you see this, then you start to say like, oh, this person acting funny, or hey, this person just dipped and then came back. Then when they come back, the Pisces is going to escape. The Pisces is going to find a way out. Pisces is going to be like, wait a minute, this person is doing 2 different things. So what is it? Are you mad, or something didn't go your way, or hey, something made you leave for a minute? But it's not nothing to do with you, Pisces. The Aquarius is simply processing their emotions. They don't want one of the worst things that Aquarius feels that they can do is show how they really feel. That's why you don't get the whole, hey, you can't come back. If they was to write that in writing, a text message, they're going to delete it, because they don't want you to know that you pissed them off when you quit or when you left. They don't want to give you that certainty that, oh man, damn, I must have really pissed them off, because you're going to be like, damn, they actually stopped talking, hey. That they confuse that as being, stoic, and they're like, oh yeah, the Aquarius actually don't bother the fact that, John Wayne or whoever, up and quit, don't notice, or, did something. It's like, no, you best believe under all that Aquarius is boiling. I'm talking about, because listen, I'm going to tell you another trick. You can always check somebody's temperament to know where they're coming from. And Aquarius does this too. Aquarius will check the temperature of the room before they actually come with an agenda. See, to see what kind of mood you in. After they've been showing favoritism, after they've been ignoring you, after they've been singling you out to try to put a dent in your pride. See? But you gotta see, one thing, the difference between control and awareness is that awareness is bulletproof. You cannot hurt somebody that is fully aware. See, if you're fully aware of something, you see that raccoon nest that's in the corner of your backyard. So when you are aware, it's bulletproof, because now you could prepare for those raccoons if they ever decide to come up under your roof or decide to climb on top of your house. You see those tall weeds that need to be cut because you are aware. See that? But when you're so busy trying to control things, you're not in control, because you only reason why you're trying to control things is because you're afraid of feeling pain. You're afraid of being hurt. That's why you're trying to hurry up and put a lid on it. You're trying to hurry up and control it. You're trying to hurry up and say, hey, you do this and you stay in this box and don't come out, because I got to protect myself. You can hurt, you may be trying to hurt me or something. See that? Living your life like that, you're going to constantly be alone, Aquarius, doing that. You're never going to have friendships, real friendships that actually stay. And then you'll end up running people off when you do that. When you come off super controlling like that, people actually see that as weakness. It's not strength. It's not a strength. See, it's just an illusion that you're trying to put up because you're afraid of getting hurt. That's why you want control so bad. That's why you want the leverage. That's why you want to control the narrative, because you just want to be in control of who hurts you and how much they hurt you. See, but when you actually just say, okay, I'm fully aware that life is the way it is, and hey, there's going to be people that like me, there's going to be people that don't like me. But what am I gonna do? I'm gonna live my life still and enjoy the ride. See? And I'm gonna tell you, and when you know this, you always want to give non-reactive answers. Because I'm telling you, Aquarius is going to try to do things indirectly to piss you off. So you have to give them one word, non-reactive answers. They say something to you, ignore them. They ask you a question, say, I don't know. Ask so and so, I don't know. Keep it simple. Ignore them, move around. Because the one thing that people often do, they'll let Aquarius get under their skin real fast. See, and then if you do that, that confirms the boost the ego, and it makes them feel as though they have an effect on you, they have an influence on you, and basically controlling your emotions, so they don't have to actually use theirs. It's like, oh, you acted a fool when I ignored you. That's gonna make an Aquarius. That's gonna make an Aquarius think that, oh yeah, I pissed you off. I made you mad. You quit because of me. See that? Based off of you reacting in that time frame. That's why I said somebody does something to make you. Let's say your boss owes you a paycheck, and you've been contacting your boss like every day, woo to woo. All of a sudden, you realize that as you begin to inquire about your paycheck, you're ignored. Then there's like this big, huge event that comes up. Your boss throws some type of potluck or something at the job. And then all of a sudden you call off, or you just don't show up for it. Or you come to work and you just leave when they have a potluck. It's certain things that you have to do in the dark, when I mean like the nonverbals, and then it still communicates. See that? It's all in your actions. See, that's why I tell people you don't have to always communicate with your mouth. You can communicate with your actions. It's in your nonverbals. Oh, I didn't show up, so that meant that, oh, yeah, I'm still the ball still in my court. I'm still in control because I didn't show up to a special venue that you were throwing. And hey, you thought, hey, you want me to wait, and you want to feel in control by stalling me out to give me my paycheck, something that you're supposed to give me. But since I didn't come to the party, now you gonna be pressed like, damn, why he didn't come to the party and I didn't pay him yet? See that? And when you know that you're dealing with a control freak and knowing the fact that they think like this, now you know how to shatter that illusion for them. See? That's why I tell people, like, when you're fighting people, you don't always have to fight with your hands. You can fight by the way that you move, because if you move a certain way, then you still get a reaction. If you're talking to me and I don't talk back, what's gonna happen? If you can't handle the pain, you're gonna react. See? If you smack a cat on his ass, you're gonna get a reaction, right? Yeah, because the cat is gonna be like, "Why did you smack me?" You see that? So it's almost like anything you do, yes, you can get a physical reaction, but even if you don't do anything physically, you're still gonna get a reaction. See? So everything still gets addressed and everything still happens, meaning that there's always an answer to something that happens. There's always anything you ever do in life. It's always a way to get to the bottom of things. You don't have to get upset just because a person is. See, when you see that somebody's mad and furious and snapping off, what does that mean to you? They lost control. See that? You won, so you should be smiling. You should just be like, hey, it's already done. It's done. I ain't got nothing else to say. I don't have to. It's nothing else that I need to say. I won already. Because once you lose control of what you're trying to hide from the person, you've already lost. Because pain is not. Listen, pain is nothing but energy. It's energy, and what pain does is that why people get hurt is because they expect something to go a certain way. See. How can you expect something that you never experienced to go a certain way? That just shows how weak you are. That just shows how much you care about being hurt. See, that wasn't a fart either. Just so you know, I know some of y'all might say, "Hey man, you just farted on the live, man." No, I didn't fart, bro. That's just my back being, my shirt is a little bit, moist because of the weather. And the hot weather, 80-degree temperatures. But yeah, You want to always just calm down and wait before you get angry just because somebody said something that you felt that, oh, it, see, if you, this is, I'm gonna tell you something real quick. If somebody says something to you, they call you a cuss word, another F or something, right? It means nothing. It's just words. It's just a voice box. It's just a person saying something to you, right? But if when your brain identifies it as something painful, then it starts to, your body starts to react to what is being said, because internally you have something within your core that is not, that is shaking. See, and it could be the thought of, oh, this person just clowned me. Oh, this person made me look soft. It's not even that. It's the way that you look at yourself. You see that? It's self-reflection. That's why I tell people, you getting upset when somebody says something. It's your own. It's your own demons. It has nothing to do with the person that's saying something to you. Life is a reflection of you. You are looking in the mirror. The lens of your eye is looking in the mirror, and you're attracting to you the things how you feel about yourself. See? So when you actually feel good about yourself, guess what? Nobody can hurt you. Because nobody, whatever they say, it doesn't mean anything, because you know what the real deal is about yourself. And you know what you've been working on. You know how you think. You know how you are. Nobody else can tell you who you are. Only you know who you are. See? So that's why you got to go into the world on a spiritual level. 777, you got to go into the world thinking different. I guarantee you, if you start doing this, you'll start feeling better about yourself, and you will stop thinking less about pain, you guys. So like, comment, share, subscribe. I hope I was able to help somebody, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow.